perfect way.
Perfect wisdom of our God, revealed in all the universe, all things created by yourself, and how together is perfect wisdom of our God, revealed in all the universe, all things created by Himself, and held together His own. He knows the mysteries of the seas, the secrets of the stars are His. He guides the planets on their ways, turns the earth through another.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Can you guys hear me? Cool, nice. Welcome to Get It. Hello to those at ground floor and those tuning in online as well. My name is Jadwin and I'm your host for this evening. We're so glad that you're here to join us for our very first Get It of the year. Here at Get It, we believe that getting God is the best thing ever to happen in all our lives. And all this can be done in a setting where we Malaysians are familiar with, right? As you can see, looking around you, this looks like a restaurant. It's a restaurant, and you get to get God and get life over good food and even better company with your friends. You know how some of our most important conversations in life happen over a dining table, right? So, for example, first date with boyfriend, girlfriend, anyone? Yeah, I remember my first date with my ex-girlfriend, now wife. Maybe also an important family conversation that you have had. For the older ones among us, maybe an important business deal. Well, we hope that Get It could be one of those life-changing moments for you as well. Perhaps you never had this kind of dinner conversation before that is life-changing. Maybe Get It would be your first. So, what can you expect this evening? We'll be having, number one, a delicious 3-course meal. In fact, the appetizers are being served as we speak. You can enjoy these two soups, the cold soup and hot soup. And number two, we have an interesting drama performance. And number three, we are going to have a very meaningful talk for tonight. So let's look forward to having a great time together this evening. Now, today's Get It will be the first of 3 episodes, with the question today being, will God accept me? And really, this topic is about one thing. If you want to boil it down, it's only about one thing. It's about fandom. It's about fandom. It's about what it means to be a true fan. And for that, I'm just going to play a portion of this video. I'm pretty sure you'll get it after that. Can we have the video up?
Now,
This is a video of BTS fans sussing out each other, whether they are true fans or false fans, okay? Enjoy.
perfect way. Perfect wisdom of her God, revealed in all the universe, all things created by yourself, and how together He knows the mysteries of the seas, the secrets of the stars are His.
All right, for the full video, you guys can go and Google search and look for the final outcome. Yeah, so see from the video, we can see how those true fans are trying to suss out all the false fans, right? And also trying to determine who are the true fans. Just a show of hands, have you guys ever been a fan of somebody ever in your life? Anyone? Ah, right. Wow. It's a mix. Yeah. Some of us have been a fan of somebody, the rest have not yet. We're going to play a game later like this, by the way. Just a heads up. Any Swifties in the house? Oh, okay. Wow. Should I have expected that? Yeah. Well, guys, see, fandom is really about worship. Because even the words that we use about fandom are borrowed from religious language, right? You guys are aware? For example, so-and-so is my idol. Taylor Swift is my idol. And the word fan doesn't mean this, right? Obviously. Fans are short for fanatics, exactly. They chase after these people and they just want to pursue them with all their heart. So, if anything, true fans, just like this BTS army that you saw in the video, true fans know what it's like to be devoted and acceptable to their idols because we care very deeply about what they think of us. Imagine calling yourself ARMY, BTS fan, only to be rejected by BTS later. Like all these stalker fans are, huh? They even have a term for it. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sasaeng. Yeah, I guess so. So, true fans take it very seriously whether or not they are acceptable by their idols. After all, what's the point of being a fan if you end up being rejected by the one that you worship anyway? Or, on the flip side of it, what's the point of being a fan without ever wanting to get close to the person that we worship? Now, I must confess, growing up, I am more like the rest of you who didn't raise your hands. I have never been a true fan of anything. Don't get me wrong, I grew up loving a number of people like Jay Chow. Anyone? Yeah? JJ Lin? Yeah? Lots of fans of them in the house. I love singing their songs, but I never go beyond that. I've never bought a concert ticket. I've never, bought their albums or things like that. I can feel a bit of judgment in this room already, and that's a good thing, I guess. Yeah, maybe some of us are like me. You've never been a true fan of anyone, but whether or not we are true fans of somebody this evening is to some extent beside the point. It's beside the point. The point this entire evening is whether or not we are true fans of God and whether God accepts us or not. Because whoever you're going to meet in life for the rest of your life, however important they are going to be, they will not be as important as this person that you're going to be meeting this evening, which is God. So, are you a true fan of God? Not this, huh? Are you a true fan of God? And will God accept you? So, what better way than to start thinking about it over our appetizers? And here's a question for you to consider together with your friends. You can converse with each other. Who are you a fan of? And what does it mean to be a true fan of theirs? Enjoy your appetizers, and I'll see you in a short while. Hello, friends. Hope you guys have been having insightful conversations on what it means to be a true fan. And as mentioned just now, let's play a game to reveal who the true fans are. So we're gonna play a game to bring out the true fans among us in this round of Only a True Fan Would Know. All right, in this edition of the game, the fandom that we're gonna be picking is none other than the Swifties. All right, so show of hands, show of hands. How many of you are fans of Taylor Swift? Show of hands. Anyone? Anyone? All right, here's what we're gonna do. Each table will be sending the best Swiftie up on stage. So discuss among yourselves and get the best Swiftie up on stage. Well, apparently Samantha has volunteered herself. Oh, okay, cool. She's been volunteered. We already have our very first contestant. What about the other tables? And we have another one from the other table. Let's go. Let's welcome her on stage. Any more from the rest? All right, we have another contestant from this table. These two look so ready to win this. Any more from this table? Come on, let's go. Yeah. Any contestants from the ground floor? From the ground floor, anyone would like to send a contestant up? We have 6 of us currently. All right, here's the 7th contestant. I guess there are no other people? Okay, cool. Let's hand them what they need. All right, so you guys are going to be handed a clipboard. I'm going to explain the game later. So for now, what you can do is introduce yourselves, introduce your name, and tell us whether you've been a Taylor Swift fan for how many years? Like, how many years have you been a Taylor Swift fan? And why are you a fan of Taylor Swift? Okay, so starting from you.
Test. Alright, my name, my what age? Okay, I'm Solomon. I'm
Hello, Solomon.
Yo, that's Taylor's, by the way. That's Taylor's. Yeah, I'm from Taylor's University.
Is that why you're a Taylor Swift fan?
Yeah, You know it. That's why I went to Taylor's, because it had the name Taylor Swift.
So how many years have you been a fan of Taylor? Taylor.
Since I was young, I think it's one of my first pop songs that I heard was Trouble. I was in kindergarten, it was like Trouble, Trouble. Yeah, so Taylor Swift all the way. Yeah.
Fantastic. Next up.
Hi, I'm from Masha University. My
Hi.
name is Elsie Wong.
LC.
Yeah. What else?
How many years have you been a fan of Taylor Swift, and why?
Since primary school, I remember it's like maybe 9 years old, I think.
Since the age of 9, wow. Why?
Why? I love her songs, like every single songs. I think the I think the first song I fall into is "You Belong with Me." That's all.
Thank you. Next.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm from Monash. Okay, actually, I feel like I've been an unfaithful fan. So when she was in her Reputation era, when everyone called her a snake, I actually listened to other people. But then I have a redemption arc. I became a fan again. Yeah. after the lover era, yeah. So I have a redemption arc.
Thank you, Kristen. Next.
I'm probably the oldest Swiftie on stage, so I think that says something. And anyway, I've been a Swiftie since 2008. My first song ever was.
Wait. What's your name? Are you?
Oh yeah, right.
Is your name
right.
Swiftie?
Sorry,
She's the oldest
that's
Swiftie,
that's my middle name. Samantha. My name is Samantha. You can call me Sam Rock for short. I'm from BU11 Grove Group. None of them are here because, yeah, they are adults. Anyway, yeah, I've been a Swiftie since 2008. My first ever song was from her Taylor Swift album, Teardrops on My Guitar. Yeah, why I really love her was because I think she has some of like the most relatable songs, like high school breakups, family stuff, hashtag relatable. So I could resonate with her song.
Cool. Thank you, Sam. Next.
Hi, I'm Ming Rong. I'm actually a Taylor Swift fan. I started listening to her songs when I was in primary school. Two of my favorite songs are Love Story and also Shake It Off. Yeah. So, yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta shake it off.
Hi, I'm Ming Eun. I'm from BAC. Why am I a Swiftie?
Yeah, how long have you been a Swiftie and why are you a Swiftie?
How long? I can't really count. I think it's ever since
Since
I know
forever.
her, I'm a fan of her. Why am I a Swiftie? Because I bought a ticket to watch the concert, but not in the concert itself, it's in the cinema. Yeah. So the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie. So I think that's why I am. And I keep on replay. Yeah, that's me. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Hey, hi, I'm Erica. I'm from IMU. Yeah. I think I became a fan like late in high school because I first knew Taylor Swift because of my friend who was like super into Taylor Swift. So she would, like, when we had free time in classes, she would give us exams on the lyrics.
Exams on the lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah. And
That's how
then-
you spend all your time as a student, right?
So now, like, when I go to the karaoke, I feel like my top song choice would be Taylor Swift. Yeah.
All right, thank you everybody for introducing yourselves. Well, first question is open to the floor. Just a quick interview. What makes a Swiftie a true Swiftie? It's open to any one of you.
You're able to tell Taylor Swift what her sound is like. You know it better than she does.
Anyone else? What makes a Swiftie a true Swiftie? Agreed.
When you go through thick and thin.
Amen.
With her. Yeah.
She's upholding her redemption arc. Yeah. Going through with Taylor through thick and thin. All right. Okay. Finally, before we start the game, how much would you sacrifice for Taylor Swift? That's a true fan right there. True fan. The rest of you?
A couple of K for a concert.
A couple of K for a concert.
My pride.
Apparently so. Redemption arc ongoing. All right, cool. So let's get to the games. First round of the game. By the way, this is an elimination game, okay? There are 2 rounds. First round is a song test. Song test. So here's how this is going to go. I'm going to play for you only 3 seconds of any song. It could be the start, in the middle, or the end of the song. But, you know, Swifties should know it immediately, right? Then, you will have 5 seconds to write down the name of the song and which album it belongs to. And at the end of 5 seconds, you're gonna show it to the audience and we're gonna have a reveal. Alright? Get it? Get it? Cool? So, is everybody else ready? Is the PA team ready? Alright. First song, cue music. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, time's up. Show it. Oops.
Dear John.
Can I have a new marker pen over here? Thank you.
Is it please, 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 please?
All right.
Please!
Let's see who is right. Let's reveal what the song is. It is You Belong With Me from the album Fearless. Okay. For the rest of you, thank you for your time. You can go back to your seats now. Thank you for your time. Well, that narrows down the field pretty quickly. Okay, second song. Are you guys ready? Okay, flip to the next page. Is everybody else ready? Okay, now I think we gotta, you know, just lower the volume a little bit so that they can hear the music. Okay? Yeah, Kristen's desperate. Okay, so PA team ready? Cool. So cue music. All right, you have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time's up. All right. So let's review what the song is, and I'm pretty sure every one of you got it right. It is Cruel Summer from the album Lover. Okay, no album. Well, okay lah, good chance. One more chance. We still got 2 more songs. Don't worry. Okay, third song. Again, song title and album. Okay. Okay, can I have a little bit of silence in the hall? Yeah, thank you. Music ready? Cue music. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and time's up. Share your answers. Okay, let's see whether Kristen has gotten it right. It is Everything I Say. Thank you so much, Angie. I'm pretty sure Taylor will get this. She will love it. You can bring this home, by the way. Thank you so much. All right, so let's give it a hand to our winner for tonight, Kristen. I guess her redemption arc was worth it, right? Completely worth it. So, as a reward, you get to have a special Get It t-shirt. Thank you. Cool. Okay. Yeah, you can. Thank you. Okay, you guys get how the game works? Well, I still got a few more, and I'm just wondering whether there are more Swifties in the house that would like to join the game. Sam Roth needs her redemption arc right now. So let's gauge it from the crowd. Would you like a second round? All right, cool. So send your volunteers, everybody. All right, let's welcome Sam Rock. Let's welcome both of them on the stage. Any more from the crowd? Do we have one more over here? Yeah, let's welcome him on the stage. How about let's get two more. Anyone from the ground floor? Just run up. Anyone? Okay, I guess it's just the three of you. How about you introduce yourself, your name, how long have you been a Swiftie, and why are you a Swiftie?
Hey guys, my name is Erin and I've been a Swiftie since the Reputation era.
Since the Reputation era?
I became a fan when the whole world didn't like her. So I think it says something, okay? So yeah, that's it, right? And also, I'm from Taylor's. I love Taylor Swift so much. I went to her uni.
Thank you, Erin. Thanks.
Hi everybody, my name is Ethan. Hi. Hope everyone is doing well. I have been a Swiftie in the past. I have been selected to be a Swiftie from my table 30 seconds ago. So I'm here to do my best for my team.
It's never too late to be a Swiftie, never too late. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. There's gonna be one more. Okay, let's do it this way. We're gonna proceed to round 2 of the game, and round 2 is a trivia contest. So I will ask a question. As usual, you have 5 seconds to write down your answer and show it to the audience. And if you're right, you'll stay. If you're wrong, you'll be eliminated. Okay? Cool. So, first question, very simple. I'm pretty sure all the Swifties will get it. So, first one, what is Taylor Swift's lucky number? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time's up. You can show your number. All right, let's see what the answer is. It is 13. Now, here's the catch. You guys are gonna explain to me, whisper in my ear by the way, why this is her favorite number. Okay. I guess we have one winner. And it's Sam Rock. How about Sam, you explain to us why 13 is Taylor's favorite number?
So for mother, her lucky number is 13 because she was born on the 13th of December, 1989. She turned 13 on Friday the 13th. Each time she won an award, she was either seated at the 13th row, 13th seat, or row M, which is the 13th letter. Yeah.
Well done. Thank you. And I guess you get to win another Get It shirt. Would you like to gift it to someone? Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you so much. Round of applause to our very sporting contestants. So that's it for our games. Thank you for tuning in to Only a True Fan Would Know. On that note, our winning fans won some special merchandise that you can actually buy. We don't just have Get It shirts, but we also have exclusive Get It tote bags. Yeah, get one while it lasts, and Get It badges for sale right downstairs. You can visit the booth downstairs. So get one or two of them. You can buy it for one of your friends or however many you like. Maybe, who knows, maybe the more you buy, you'll be eligible to be an official true Get It fan. Now, I understand that the main course has been served to most of you, or if not all of you. So enjoy your mains. You can continue thinking about the conversation question with your friends whilst the team sets up for the performance later. So just a public service announcement. The performance team will be using the toilet over here in this hall for their prep later. So if you want to use the restroom later, you could go to the ground floor. Enjoy your dinner, and I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you. perfect way. Perfect wisdom of her God, revealed in all the universe, all things created by herself, and how together is He knows the mysteries of the seas, the secrets of the stars are His. He guides the planets on their ways, turns the earth through another. Your perfect will, your perfect way. Perfect wisdom of her God, revealed in all the universe, all things created by herself, and how together is perfect way. Perfect wisdom of God, revealed in all the universe, all things created by yourself, and how together He knows the mysteries of the seas, the secrets of the stars are His. He guides the planets on their ways, turns the earth through another. Your perfect will, your perfect way. Perfect wisdom of God, revealed in all the universe, all things created by yourself, and how together perfect way.
Hello, everybody. Hi. Well, part of the Get It experience that we are delivering to you guys is the good food that you've been enjoying. So, have you guys been enjoying the food? Yeah. So just so you know, the appetizers that you have been taking, the soup on the table, there are two kinds of soup, right? The cold soup is called Spanish summer gazpacho. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Spanish summer gazpacho. And the other one is Melvin's mushroom soup. As for the mains, you had bangers and mash. You have also one gourmet sausage and another a normal sausage. So the question is, which one do you find acceptable? The soup, which one would you find acceptable? And also the mains between these two, which one would you find acceptable? That's part of our theme for tonight. So, the performance team is ready, and I do hope that you guys are looking forward to the performance. Is everybody ready? Yeah. All right, just to prepare for the performance, 3 things that you need to take note of. Number 1, let us all take out our phones and put them on silent mode. And secondly, as the performance is ongoing, be sure to not do any recordings or turn on your flashlights, because we want to make sure that everybody has the best experience of the performance. And finally, can I just invite all of you to angle your chairs a little bit towards the stage so that you can experience the entire performance without a hitch. As you can see, the stage spans not only this stage, but all the way through the rest of the hall. So, yeah. And one final thing is, can I get the rows on the sides to make some space in between the aisles so that the actors can walk in and out? Thank you. All right, you guys can continue enjoying your mains while watching the performance. It's fine. So is everybody ready? Yeah. All right, let's give it up to the performance team.
really love eating with you every week.
Me too. Can I have some tea?
Yes, please.
Here.
Thank you.
It's really good here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What? What? Oh my god, girl, what's going on?
You can't believe this.
Right.
She is coming.
She's coming? Yes. She's coming? Yes, she's coming. Oh my god, she's coming. Hallelujah. She's coming. Who's coming?
Girl, Gina.
Gina's coming?
Yes.
Wait, what? How? When? Why? Oh, of course I know why. This is serious.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
like, seriously, this is serious, KK?
This is serious, yeah.
We need to be ready.
Of course we'll be ready.
We've got to be ready.
We are ready. We are ready.
But are we, though?
Are we ready?
Yeah,
we are. Okay, wait. Let me read out what it says.
Okay, I'm sure I've got it too.
Yeah, okay. So it says that she's prepared something special for us, her true fans. But as expected, she'll only be meeting a limited number of us. Right? And it's not first come, first served. But we'll be picked from whoever is there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not going to be easy.
Yeah. It's a true fans only access event. You know what that means? It means we gotta look right.
Yeah. And we'll probably need to be ready with other aspects as well.
Yeah.
We're going to need to be right.
But you know what? If anyone should be able to get in, it's us.
It's us.
Obviously.
It's us.
Your turn.
Come on, Adam, come on. No access for you, man. Adam Jaden Tan. You won the ball, you gotta be worthy, bro.
Of course I'm worried.
Just stop.
Okay.
You know, football, it's like life.
Different got me. What are you talking about?
It's all connected. It's like dating, huh?
Okay.
Because whatever goes around comes around. Just like Annabelle and I.
Wait, Annabelle? You seriously think she's coming back?
Dude, not now, bro.
Oh, you didn't know? I think I need to tell you, because no one's telling you. You know why?
Dude, stop.
Because you're too short.
Dude, I told you not to talk about this. The people are looking.
Hey, you're being delusional. You think she wants you, ah? Actually, I got a problem with you being too short also, You know, every time you play football, every single match, you cross too low. You think we're the same height, ah? You're not trusting to yourself, you know. Next time, remember how tall and handsome I am, okay? Okay? Can I? Hey, 不要生气。Whoa.
Guys! What? Andrew, what? Yes! Wait, what, Andrew? What?
Bro, you going to LSE, ah?
Better.
Better?
Huh? What's better than?
Wait. No way.
Yes, wait. Really? Yeah. Really? He's here? Where is he? Is he here? Better.
Better?
Yeah.
Better? Is he coming to meet us? You want to see me?
What? Seriously, bro? Come on, man.
What then?
He's here. In Malaysia. And some of us will get to meet him.
Let's go!
Which is Godfrey, hallelujah! Godfrey, hallelujah! Godfrey, hallelujah! He's the king, he rules the world!
So, how are we going to get in?
Oh. I don't think we can all get in. Wait. What's this event anyway? Is it like a workshop? Merchandise promo? You take a look. This is what it says. For true fans. This coming Sunday will be a privileged time to spend with Godfrey Crystal.
Hey! That's what it says. Looks like a scam, lah.
Huh? No. That's from the official private account. Yeah. Oh. This is literally him. No money is required.
Really?
It's a personal invitation from Godfrey Christian to his true fans. So we just turn out and hope for the best. Yeah? Well, it says for true fans. I guess that's who's going to get in.
Wow. That's pretty cryptic for a footballer, no?
No, not really.
Fans.
We all know how Godfrey operates. He has always hated how shallow football is. And how it's always been about more than football for him. Yeah. I see. Yeah. So we have to be his only fans.
Dude, I don't think you want to be an only fan for this, man. Hey, it's okay. But anyway, I think we have to turn up ready, right?
Yeah. Well, I think there'll be some preliminary checks and probably an interview of sorts at the stadium entrance. Yeah, yeah. And maybe some skills testing. Yeah? Yes, Gong Ming, yes, but not just that. Oh. I think they'll want to see what sets us apart as true fans.
They want to see what sets us apart as true fans. Wow, I wonder who's going to end up meeting Godfrey and Gina. So the second part of the performance will be up soon. In the meantime, share your thoughts. What do you think about this?
Your perfect will, your perfect way. Perfect wisdom of your God, revealed in all the universe. All things created by yourself, and held together is the way. He knows the mysteries of the seas, the secrets of the stars. way. Perfect wisdom of her God, revealed in all the universe, all things created by yourself, and how together He knows the mysteries of the seas, the secrets of the stars are His. He guides the planets on their ways, turns the earth through another. Your perfect will, your perfect way. Perfect wisdom of her God, revealed in all the universe, all things created by yourself, and how together He knows the mysteries of the seas, the secrets of the stars are His. He guides the planets on their ways, turns the earth through another.
God free, God free, God free, God free, God free.
Okay, settle down. Very good. But I'm not Godfrey Christian. If you want to meet him, you got to be his true fans, like me. I'm a true fan. That's why Mr. Christian picked me as his agent. Okay, now I got all your answers here. Thank you for filling it out. We only got correct answers for every question from Adam Jaden Tan. Very good. Second one, Steve Ren Kok Ming. Okay, and the third one, Andrew. Andrew. And the fourth one, no more. Okay, only 3 of them got all answers correct. Okay, so the rest of you can go back home now. Kalau nak tengok, boleh. If you want to stay, can just stay and watch until someone goes in lah, okay?
Wait. Did you say only one of us can get in?
Well, not necessarily. It is about whoever is worthy. Worthy. In fact, it could be all 3 of you. Excited? You're excited?
Yeah.
Good. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now, we shall proceed to the physical portion of your assessment for your qualification to meet Mr. Kristen. Rhyme kan? Okay, so there are 5 tests. For the first test, we want to test your warm-up. Warm-up. Okay? Why? Steve, you answer me. Why warm-up is important?
So that we don't injure ourselves?
Wrong. If you are not warm-up, how is Mr. Kristen going to be warm-up to you? Okay, explosive lunges, go. Okay, enough. Okay, I just want to make sure you guys are fit. Okay, now we shall proceed to the second test, which is heading skill. Why, you might ask heading first? We're all heading somewhere, right? Where are you heading?
Heading to greatness.
Wrong. Where are you heading?
Heading to Mr. Kristen.
Correct. Okay, now let me get my whistle out. So are you ready, Adam? Okay. Show me what you got. Next.
My eye! What happened, man? You go.
Use your head, man.
Terrible. Next. Okay, now we shall go to the third test with your knee skill. Adam, ready?
Okay.
Okay, next. Steve.
I hit my...
That must have hurt. Okay, next. Good. You got the form. Okay, now for the fourth test, which is your foot skill. Right. Let me ask you, later when you meet Mr. Kristen, which foot are you going to show first?
Left foot.
Wrong. You?
Right foot?
Wrong. You need to show your best foot first. Okay? Now, Adam, go. All right. Next.
I can't do it.
You try to copy me, ah? Can't be right the ball.
Just do the simple thing next time.
Enough talking. Next. Am I here? Am I here? I'm here, okay? Okay, now for the last test. Now I want to see your combination skill. So, do you still remember how Mr. Kristen scored his last goal in the last World Cup?
Use his chest.
Chest and
then he volleyed with his foot.
Okay, very good. Chest and foot. Now, Adam, you go first.
Okay.
Again, where am I? Okay, next. You don't have to do that.
Who asked you to take out your shirt?
Okay, next. That's a good save. That's a good save. Okay, that concludes the physical assessment. Okay, one person will be disqualified, and the person is Adam. You are qualified. Stephen Kok Ming. I'm sorry, you are not qualified.
What? Please?
That's not gonna work, bro.
Guys? Work hard for the next one, okay?
Okay, I'll tell you how it goes, okay? So what do we do next?
I'm waiting for Mr. Kristen's word. And when you say who goes in, that's who goes in, lah.
Huh? That's so arbitrary. Isn't there another round of qualifying? Shouldn't you give us something to do also?
Listen, dude. Mr. Kristen is like God, you know. In fact, his name also has the word God. Mr. God already has all the information about you guys. In fact, right now, sekarang, he is assessing you both right now.
What?
Right now.
Even right? Right?
Yes.
That's creepy as heck, man. But, I mean, I would have thought the choice is pretty obvious, lah. I got his jersey and all, you know. Look at this. What is this guy wearing? Don't even have the right gear on. Sorry, no offense, bro. Yeah.
Respectful.
Well, that depends on what you understand about Mr. Kristen. Hey, Jap. Okay.
Okay, I'll tell you how
Okay,
it goes.
sure. Okay. Okay. I need you to tell me what you think this is all about. And I want you to whisper into my ears whenever you are ready.
I'll go first.
Thank you. Andrew, please come this way.
Hey, sure not Adam, ah?
No, Andrew.
Oh, why? I'm a true fan. Forget it. Gotta go.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much for participating. Yes, thank you very much, of course. Thank you very much, but I'm not Gina either. Now, thank you everyone for participating. You know, this really reminds me of back in the day when I was a backup dancer for Gina. It's definitely not easy getting in. So, I know how hard you all worked to answer all these questions. And I have here the list of those who got all those questions correct. And they are KK! Congratulations. Marian? Yes. Great job. Kaylee? Awesome. And finally, Lee-An. Yes! Very good. That's the kind of attitude we love over here. Now, congratulations to all of you. And now the rest of you who didn't qualify, you can go home now. Or you can choose to stay until someone gets in.
Wait, what? Only one of us can get in?
Dear, it could be two of you, it could be all four of you. But it is whoever who is worthy. Are you guys ready?
I was born ready.
Yes.
Oh.
Now that's more like it. Now, this is going to be a dance elimination. So it's the perfect opportunity to showcase your moves to Gina. And we'll see who the true fans are. Let's get it on!
This. I'm bringing, let's go. In this corner. Show
Okay, not bad at all. Weren't they great? Right, okay. But now, the real test begins now. Seems they're quite familiar. Great job, everybody. But let's see if they can catch up to this.
Hey girl, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl. Y'all know this is, yeah. She's back, yeah. 200. Be ready? Hey girl, 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 hey you go, girl. Da girl, girl, hey you go, girl. Baby, 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 girl. Say what?
Okay, great job, everybody. Give them a round of applause. That was great. Except for the two of you. That was unfortunately unfortunate. And so I must say, you are disqualified. Thank you, bye-bye. The door is that way. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You can leave now. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye now. Okay. Security! We're gonna need security help here, please. Security, please. Thank you very much. Maybe in 10 years' time.
We got it. We got it. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we got it. So, what do we do now?
I'm waiting for Gina's word. And when she tells me who gets in, that's who goes in.
What? That's so arbitrary. Isn't there like another qualifying round? Giving us something else to do, you know, to pick the best.
Listen, honey. Can I call you honey? Look, Gina already has all the information on you guys. In fact, she's assessing you right now.
What? Now? Like, right now?
Ew. It's creepy as heck, don't you think? But I would have thought choice was pretty obvious, right?
Well, that depends on what you understand about Gina. Wait, hold on. Yes. Okay. Got it. Okay. Now, I would like you girls to tell me what you think this whole event is all about. Think very carefully and whisper your answer in my ear.
I got this.
Thank you. Okay. Right this way.
Andrew! Hey, yo! Dude! Hey, what happened, bro?
It was amazing, bro.
What you guys do?
Well, we ate.
What?
Yeah.
He didn't play football with you?
we did that a little bit at the start, but most of the time, we just talked and ate.
Yeah, you said that already. Didn't he at least show you some tricks?
Well, yeah. But what stuck with me was he's a really special guy. Look, he asked me why I was a fan.
Yeah, and let me guess. You told him ever since you were a kid, you admired his example and what he did to change the world.
Yeah. And I'm not kidding, after that, he looked me straight in the eyes. And there was this gleam in his eyes. And then, we just spent most of the time talking about life, basically.
So what got you in then? Why couldn't I get in?
Well, actually, he did tell me that too.
What? He knew that I didn't get in?
Yeah.
He knows who I am?
He actually knows all three of us. Yeah, you too.
He knows me?
Yeah. This is what he said, okay? Although your skills are the best among the three of us, but your fandom is only limited to football. And your fandom is corrupted by the way you live.
What? He called me corrupted? What is he? My priest?
That's what he said.
So what makes you so special then?
Well, apparently because I read his book. And ever since then, I've tried implementing the charity work that he suggested. The coaching of the under-16s after school, you know how they can be. And I try my best, and after learning from him, my grades also improved.
Blah, blah, blah. Man, this is BS. I can't believe this guy. Out of the three of us, I'm absolutely the true fan. I know everything about this guy's football, and he didn't pick me.
He said I understood him. Like in the answer I gave, guys. It's never been about football, man.
So, what happened?
Oh, hi.
I tried to call.
Oh, I'm sorry. After everything, I was just so tired. But also so amazed. It was amazing, KK. And I fell asleep.
You slept? You didn't bother picking up my calls?
It was the best sleep that I've had since my mom left. I was just so at peace.
Forget it, Kaylee. I always knew you wasted my time.
KK, you don't understand.
Hi.
Hi.
I couldn't help feeling we had a connection.
Is that your pickup line?
I sincerely meant that. Can I sit?
Sure. I'm Kaylee.
I'm Andrew.
Nice to meet you.
So, why do you have this glow?
Oh. Well, something unbelievable happened to me. I finally got to meet someone that I had admired for pretty much all my life. And right after that, my best friend left me.
Wow. You gotta be kidding me.
Why?
That's the exact same thing that happened to me.
What?
In my case, it was two of my friends.
What happened?
Do you know the footballer? Gottfried, Kristen?
Yeah, of course.
Look, I just got to spend the most amazing day with him. One-on-one.
One-on-one? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. That's amazing.
And after that, when I explained to my friends why I got chosen, they got mad.
That's the exact same thing that happened to me.
Really?
Do you know Gina?
The Gina?
Yeah, that Gina.
What?
Yeah.
Gina, Gottfried, same thing.
Pretty much.
And you got to...
I just spent a day with her too. Yeah, it was amazing. And she told me why she chose me. And I told my bestie. That made her so mad. And she broke up with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
My
Wow.
name is Andrew.
Yes, you told me.
But it's different now. We're like bros, you know? Because of what happened to us.
Yeah.
I mean, not bros, you're a girl, but you know.
I know what you mean.
Sorry, I'm shaking my head too much. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. What did he tell you? What was the day like with him?
Oh. That's the thing. We really just talked, you know? I told my friends that he did show me some tricks and all, but it was more like a date.
Yeah.
It's just amazing hearing him talk about life, every inch of what life is about, how he does what he does, and that's not even the most amazing thing. He gave me this.
What is it?
It's his personal diary that he has had for 30 years.
Wow.
I didn't tell my friends about this, but he gave this to me and he asked me to read this very carefully.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, right?
Yeah, but look.
Whoa! Is that the same book?
No, silly. This is hers. She gave it to
Makes
me.
sense, okay, yeah.
I've been reading it. She really is something.
May I?
Yeah.
Wow.
My day was really unexpected as well. We thought, my ex-bestie, that is, we thought that she was going to perform for us. But really, we just ate. We ate together. We took walks together. She had the entire hotel booked out for her. It was amazing. Almost magical. But everything she said, it just made so much sense about life. And the strangest feeling, after a while, I stopped feeling like a little girly fan.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's embarrassing to say.
No, go on, say it.
I felt mature.
This is kind of how I felt too, with Godfrey.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I stopped feeling like I was obsessing over her. And before this, that was what I thought being a true fan meant. But it's really, I began to understand her. I began to see things the way she saw them. And that's when she gave me this diary, and I suddenly understood what being a true fan is all about. Well, it was actually when I had read the first few pages, and then you walked in.
Well, I often wonder how meeting such an important person in life really changes your life. And also what it's like to be rejected by someone you've been chasing after all your life. It really depends on what you understand about Gina or Godfrey. Get it? I think this line in this final scene by Kaylee will stick with me for quite some time when she said, I just felt mature. I just felt mature. What did she mean? And what did both she and Andrew realize about being a true fan? What exactly does it mean to be mature? Let's ponder over this together.
Hi, everyone. Hi. All of you, or almost all of you, would have received a handout by now. These, my friends, these are words. Words from the creator of the universe, God Himself. These are precious words. And I'm going to invite my friend Zach to introduce and read this to you. So over to you, Zach.
Hi everyone, I'm Zach, and as I watched the performance earlier, like you, I was thinking to myself, wow, true fandom really gets what their idol is all about. So, what's it like for someone to be a true fan of God, the creator of the universe? What would life look like if you've met with Him? So like Andrew and Kaylee, a true fan knows God by what He has said, but is also like Him in how they live. So the passage you have in your hands is from a book called Leviticus, and like the words from Gottfried and Gina, we'll see in this book who God is, as well as the kind of life that He's pleased with. So for your clarity, you'll see words like atonement. This is the act of becoming qualified or worthy to meet with God. And tent of meeting. This was where they were able to meet with Him at that time. So I'll be reading this passage for us. The Lord called Moses and spoke to him from the tent of meeting, saying, "Speak to the people of Israel and say to them, when any one of you brings an offering to the Lord, you shall bring your offering of livestock from the herd or from the flock. If his offering is a burnt offering from the herd, he shall offer a male without blemish. He shall bring it to the entrance of the tent of meeting, that he may be accepted before the Lord. He shall lay his hand on the head of the burnt offering, and it shall be accepted for him to make atonement for him. Then he shall kill the bull before the Lord. And Aaron's sons, the priests, shall bring the blood and throw the blood against the sides of the altar that is at the entrance of the tent of meeting. Then he shall flay the burnt offering and cut it into pieces. And the sons of Aaron, the priest, shall put fire on the altar and arrange wood on the fire. And Aaron's sons, the priests, shall arrange the pieces, the head, and the fat, on the wood that is on the fire on the altar. But its entrails and its legs he shall wash with water. And the priest shall burn all of it on the altar as a burnt offering, a food offering with a pleasing aroma to the Lord. If his gift for a burnt offering is from the flock, from the sheep or goats, he shall bring a male without blemish, and he shall kill it on the north side on the altar before the Lord. And Aaron's sons, the priests, shall throw its blood against the sides of the altar. And he shall cut it into pieces, with its head and its fat. And the priest shall arrange them on the wood that's on the fire on the altar. But the entrails and the legs he shall wash with water. And the priest shall offer all of it, and burn it on the altar. It is a burnt offering, a food offering with a pleasing aroma to the Lord. If his offering to the Lord is a burnt offering of birds, then he shall bring his offering of turtle doves or pigeons. And the priest shall bring it to the altar and wring off his head and burn it on the altar. Its blood shall be drained out on the side of the altar. He shall remove its crop with its contents and cast it beside the altar on the east side, in the place for ashes. He shall tear it open by its wings, but shall not sever it completely. And the priest shall burn it on the altar, on the wood that is on the fire. It is a burnt offering, a food offering with a pleasing aroma to the Lord. So with that reading in mind, here's something for you to chat about. How, or are you ready to be the kind of person that God would want to meet?
perfect way. Perfect way.
Dear friends, the talk is about to start. So may I invite all of us to angle our chairs to the front so that you can see and be engaged with the speaker. Thank you. Understand that there are some of you who might not have finished your main course. It's okay, you can continue finishing up your main course throughout the talk. It's fine. So, let me invite our speaker for this evening, Jerome, to give us a talk. Over to you, Jerome.
Hello, hello. Hi, hi. Welcome back to Get It. So, it's been a while. We've been away for one whole year. Yeah, and we are glad to be back. Okay, so welcome to the first Get It of the year. And there are many other Get Its that you can look forward to. Now, I hope that you had a good time talking to one another, thinking about God, talking about Him. Because, you know, at Get It here, we know that it's hard to find time to talk about God, to think about Him when you're so busy trying to live your lives and pay your bills, find a girlfriend or whatever. But hopefully tonight, you had an opportunity to think more deeply about your life, to think about someone really special. You know, this topic, will God accept me? I think it's not a small matter at all. It's a really, really big topic. It's something that humanity has been thinking about for thousands of years. And perhaps some of you are really struggling with this and you really want to have an answer for it. But I'm going to make a guess. Okay, I'm going to make a guess. I think that most of you feel like God will not accept you. Okay, so you think about this question, commit to an answer. Will God accept me? I'm guessing that most of you will feel like maybe not. So if God were to walk into the hall tonight and he was looking for a table to join, will he choose your table? And who will he sit next to? Those of you with empty seats, maybe God will sit, maybe, right? God obviously doesn't sit, you know what I mean? You understand what I mean, but will he choose to sit next to Ehud? Or will Ehud is like, hey, get out, get out, get out. God's coming, man. He's going to choose me, man. He's going to choose me. You know, some of you is like, move away, move away. But I'm your friend. Who cares? Tonight, you're not my friend. Or maybe God will go downstairs. It's like, upstairs people not so interesting. Maybe I go downstairs. Okay? And maybe because you believe that God won't accept you, that you are not going to really bother about the question, you know, will God accept me? I know the answer. The answer is, it's up to Him, right? It's up to God, ma. If God wants to accept me, He will accept me, lor. If God doesn't want to accept me, I guess I just have to live with it, right? I mean, what can I do? Bribe God? I cannot do anything. And, you know, you're somewhat right. You're not entirely wrong. At the end of the day, it is up to God. He can accept whoever He wants to accept, and He can reject whomever He wants to reject. But if you're just saying this as a way to excuse yourself, because really you don't care whether or not He accepts you, so you put the blame on Him. Up to Him lah, you know, if He wants, He take me lor, if don't want, then don't want lor. It's like some of you, right, if you get rejected by a girl, you know, she rejected me, so what can I do about it? Wait, are you saying that it's her fault? You know, she rejected you, so it's her problem now that you are not with her. Maybe there's something wrong with you, maybe you need to check the mirror, you know? My point is, if you really cared about God as a person, as a being, not as a concept, not as some abstract idea, but someone who can love, who can think like you, a human being with that capacity, you want to know if God accepts you or rejects you. For many people, you know, God is not that important to them, even though they say they believe in God. You know, why would I even want to be accepted by God? Who is He? That important? God must accept me. My mother sometimes also don't accept me. God accept me. Give up lah, okay? The only chance is my friends lah. We all accept each other lah, okay? We go to hell together, you know. Sorry, I have some friends who are like that, okay? It's like, it's just us bros, man. There's no one else who loves us. It's okay, we love each other. Then one joker gets married, then another joker gets married, and then you're like, I'm just gonna love myself. No. Oh man, sorry, I've been listening to a lot of Mulan, you know, my son loves Mulan, and then there's one time the soldiers were singing, right, about that guy, you know, the irritating official from the emperor. The only girl who loves him is his mother. Okay, so it's like, yeah, sure, you know. Yeah, God, no lah, my mother only lah, only my mother cares about me, right? You know, God is like that classmate that you have. You know he's kind of there, but you don't really care about him. Or that colleague in the workplace, you know, he's in that department lah. Yeah, that department. Who knows what department? I also don't know. But he's around somewhere, you know. Sometimes we talk about him. Sometimes, oh yeah, hi, you know. But we don't really care. But what if God is the most important person that you can ever know? More important than your parents, or more important than anyone else that you can ever meet. But you've been ignoring Him. And sometimes, you know, we tend to treat God like a preference thing. Some people like Lee Min-ho. You guys know who Lee Min-ho is? That Korean actor? No? But some people like Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay? Then some people like Scarlett Johansson. Right? No? Not really? Okay, fine. Never mind. Because maybe some of you like Jack Ma. Right? Jack Ma is the kind of guy. Or Elon Musk, you know, whatever lah, okay? Whatever rocks your boat. Some of us care that we are accepted by some of these people. But of course, none of us care that we're accepted by someone like Najib, for example. Right? None of you go around like, hey, look at my phone. You know, I can message Najib once in a while. Rosma too, we're in a WhatsApp group, man. Check it out. Okay? It's like, what's so special about that? If you have LeBron James' phone number, okay lah. You know, even if you have President Donald Trump's phone number, I impressed lah. Najib, who cares about that, man? You know, but so we care whether we know certain people that can influence our lives or make certain things happen. And you know, we shouldn't put God in the same category, in the same box as all of these people, because these people may be famous, they may be wealthy, they may be influential, but they're human. And so they're limited like us in every way. But God, He's something else, isn't He? Something else, to be recognized by God. What more to be accepted by God? I don't know about you, but I think that's something really special. You know, when I was younger, you know, you had that sense like, okay, you hear about God, you know that He's very important and He's very big and mighty. And sometimes you wonder, you know, why would God notice you? You ever felt that way? Yeah? Okay, maybe you're very wonderful, okay? But for someone like me, very normal, you know, it's like, I'm a nobody. I acknowledge I'm a nobody. And why would God take notice of me? Some of you might feel that way. Why would God take notice of you? Perhaps you believe that God is so busy. You know, He's up there in the sky, doing His God business, running the world. The world, look at it, man. Ooh, chaos, man. You need to hire more angels. So, too many demons going around, you know? And we're like down here, and He's up there. God feels like some CEO of a multi-trillion-dollar company. He's like some superstar. We think of guys like Warren Buffett, even President Donald Trump. Powerful guys that can do lots of good, but also lots of damage. Why would guys like that pay attention to normal Malaysians like you and I, from BJ or Puchong? You know? Are you from Subang Jaya? Imagine like, Subang, that's pretty cool. It's an interesting place. I'm from the United States of America. It's like, why would someone like him care about some Subang guy, some Petaling guy? So you look at God, it's like, God, you must be very busy, you know, managing the universe. Who knows what goes on in heaven and all the things that He has to do. But what if, okay, and here's the remarkable thing, and why we have this talk and this question and why we're here. But what if God gives us a chance to go to heaven? What if God gives you a chance to go behind the scenes, to have dinner with Him, so that you can hear all the wonderful things that He is doing? You know, on Sundays, when we have church together, sometimes we read passages of Scripture, and at one point God came down to earth and He literally had a meal with the leaders of His people. He didn't eat, obviously, but they ate before His presence. And as Asians, we appreciate that, right? Whatever we do, whether we are dating, studying, sleeping, we always have food next to us, under our pillow. I'm just kidding, don't really do that, okay? But we always we get this fellowship reality. What if God were to give you a chance to go to heaven, to be with Him? Now, some of you skeptics would be like, no lah, that wouldn't happen, okay? No chance, okay? Well, hold on, just consider the thought, what if He did? Okay? And I will be more firm about this eventually, but what if He did? What if He gave you a chance to spend time with Him, to hear about Himself and what He's doing, and you get to know Him, the one who made you, the one who gave you life? Want or not, if you've got a chance? If God gave you a chance, go to heaven, to have dinner with Him, you want or not? You commit now to an answer in your mind, one or don't want? Because if I talk so much, I tell you God's so wonderful, it's like, but I don't want, paiseh. Hello, you want to, people invite you for dinner, your friend from some condominium invite you, you go. Then God invite you, don't want to go. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Paiseh, don't want. No, seriously. If He opens up, He's very gracious. He invites you. You want to come or not? And how far would you go to meet Him? Do you really care enough to meet Him? Well, some of you might say, I know lah, I don't really care lah, I'm very busy lah, no time for this kind of nonsense lah. Well, you just think about it. Haven't you had that desire before in your life? Like the performance that you saw just now, where you want to meet your idol, someone you really admire, someone great. For some of you, like guys especially, right? What if you have a chance to meet PewDiePie? Some of you are like, no, I don't want. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about those guys. Some of you are like, what pie? It's a very famous YouTube, okay? He's like the second most subscribed channel. The first most subscribed channel is some Bollywood channel, I think. But the second most is PewDiePie. I mean, imagine traveling all of Europe with him. T-Series, yeah, it's a Bollywood thing, right? Yeah, okay? So you're a Bollywood thing, but imagine you get to go to meet PewDiePie. You go to Europe, you go all over Europe, you spend time with him, and he's a funny guy. He's pretty cool. Some of you girls, if you have a chance to him, maybe you want to marry him also, okay? It's like, wow, laughing, playing games, making videos, Hi, we're playing games on top of the Eiffel Tower. How cool is that? Okay, for some of you, maybe more serious-minded people, what if you had a chance to meet Jordan Peterson? Wow, so much reaction, okay? Those of you downstairs, people here apparently like Jordan Peterson a lot, I think meeting Jordan Peterson is both stressful and exciting at the same time. Stressful because he's like, especially guys, right? So, have you gotten your life sorted out together? Are you responsible for your life? Are you married yet? You're 25, you're still not married? What's wrong with you? It's like, this is why I want to meet you. Speak to me, Lord. Right? What if, Jordan Peterson just took time, and he's not so serious, like, he got to know you, he introduced himself. It's such a wonderful time just to get to know him. He gives you really, really helpful life advice. Wouldn't you want that? Or maybe if you love to dance, wouldn't it be nice to tour with BTS, with 17? They teach you all the moves. You don't have to worry. They'll feed you. They will train you. Just join them, right? Just go on tour with them. Or for those of you who love to invest, wow, imagine if Warren Buffett invite you to become his apprentice. Wow, shock, right? Some of you. You all think, but you see, the problem with many of you is like you're thinking about money only. You're not thinking about Warren Buffett. You're thinking about the old guy, right? He's an old guy who likes to eat McDonald's and drink Coke, right? But you want his money, Wow, the billions of dollars. That's what you really love, man. And I think that's the problem with Adam just now. You saw in the performance. Warren Buffett's a good example of that. But imagine if you get to go and become Warren Buffett's apprentice. You join his team of investors at Berkshire. Wow. Okay, so here's my point to you. Now, you can feel that, right? You can appreciate that. I know some of you couldn't care less about God. But you would care if you had the chance to meet someone you admire, right? Someone you respected. Now, if you can understand that, and if you can appreciate that, it is similar to having an opportunity to be with God. The problem is that you just don't know God enough. But if you got to know God a lot more, I think you might even feel, for some of you at least, you'll feel even stronger that desire to want to be with God, to know God. And the difference between God and the rest of these people is that compared to them, God knows you. He knows you better than any of them because He made you. He was your father before you realized you had a father. He can tell you where the world is going. You can look at the past and talk about history, but God can talk about the future. He can give you the one thing that you really want in life, purpose, right? The meaning for your existence, like why am I here? What am I doing with my life? And when God loves someone, He gives them the right to rule the world with Him. He treats them like His own children. Imagine, even let's say those of you with terrible parents, you didn't really have a good run with them, you come from a bad family, but if you have God, you can have Him as your Father. How awesome is that? And here's the remarkable thing. This opportunity to know God and have a relationship with Him is not as impossible as you might think. Because God has been working throughout history to bring human beings to Him. I have friends who ask me quite often, Jerome, where is God? How do I know God is real? I can't see Him, right? Where is He? No, you can see oxygen, man. You know oxygen is real, right? You cannot see President Donald Trump, you know he's real. Tunku Abdul Rahman, he died a long time ago, you cannot see it, but you know he's real, right? And quite often, sometimes I said, hey, why don't you just read his word, the Bible? It's not too hard, actually. It's quite easy. God spoke, and he wrote his word. If you read the Bible and you study it, you get to know his heart. Just like how, at the end of that performance, Andrew and Kaylee, when they read the diary of their idol, you get to read God's diary, so to speak. But if you don't want to read, you don't want to know, then it's going to be very hard to have any conversation with you, to make progress with this discussion. And in fact, I would argue that you can know God even better than some of these idols. Because, like rich people, powerful people, they like their privacy, right? They have security issues. But God has no concerns for security issues, you understand? He's literally an open book. You can read and get to know him. And then when you read the Bible, you see that God has been revealing himself to one group of people. So like that performance, you don't see everyone getting the opportunity to meet their idol. Just one guy and one girl, the chosen ones. And when you read the Bible, God did choose a group of people. They are called the Israelites, the ancient people of Israel. This text that you have in front of you, I know it's printed on A4 paper. It looks like, you got it from some photocopy shop or whatever. But the words on that paper were written more than 3,000 years ago. 3,000 years ago. This is an ancient document. That's how long God has been speaking to his people. Now, when I first found out about this, I was shocked because I didn't realize that God has been working in our world for such a long time. We have the very words in front of us that tell us the incredible story of all that God did to make himself known to his people. He reveals himself. Look at this line here. It's not on your sheet, but it's here. This is from the book of Exodus, chapter 29, verse 45 to 46, where God says to this chosen people, I will dwell among the people of Israel and will be their God. And they shall know that I am the Lord their God, who brought them out of the land of Egypt, that I might dwell among them. I am the Lord their God. Think about these words. It's like Elon Musk saying to you, I'm going to stay in your house. I'm going to live with you. God says to them, I'm going to make my dwelling place with you. And you can use that pronoun, God is not just a God or the God. You can say, if you are God's chosen people, God is my God. God is my God. Just like how I can say, my wife is my wife. Your wife is your wife. Your wife is not mine, mine is not yours, okay? Like, separate, okay? We know who belongs to who. And so God tells them, you can actually say about me, I am your God. You are my people. Can you think about that privilege, that language change that you can now say, I don't just know God exists. God is my God. I know him. He reveals himself to me. And that is why there was so much joy in that last scene between the two, right? And they and like-minded, and they just met. God chose the ancient people of Israel to be his special people. Now, you may be wondering, why did he choose the Chinese people? Why did he choose Indian people? Okay, well, he chose the Jews. Well, is there anything special about them? The Jews, maybe they look better, is that why? They're smarter, is that why? Apparently Jews are very smart. Now, there was nothing particularly special about these Israelites. They don't have an incredible history as a people. In fact, when you read about them, they were as terrible as everyone else. In fact, they were poor, they were weak. They were a bunch of slaves when God chose them. If you are the God of the universe and you want worshippers and followers, who would you choose? God chose slaves, people who were oppressed by a more powerful nation. Wouldn't you choose the more powerful nation? No, he chose the weaker people. Because God promised their ancestors that one day he will come to save them. And he will make them his special people. God's plan was, from one family, he will spread his message to the rest of the world. You see, they are meant to have this glow for God because they get to know him. And even though they were slaves, they get to shine for God in this world. Now, from this, you learn one very important lesson about what it means to be accepted by God. God makes the first move. He makes the first move. He takes the initiative. And we have to learn His ways, His plan. We have to follow along, okay? So He started with this group of people. What's next? What does He do next? You see, He's not abstract. And it's not as if God has not been doing anything. He's been doing a lot of things which you can learn about and you can follow along. So God has taken the initiative and opened up a way for human beings to know Him. And it began with the Israelites. And by giving them this special privilege, God's plan for them was to have them to know Him and to be loved by Him. So another passage, Exodus 19, verse 5 to 6, look at what He says to them. Now therefore, if you will indeed obey my voice and keep my covenant, you shall be my treasured possession among all peoples, for the whole earth is mine. And you shall be to me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words that you shall speak to the people of Israel. He owns the whole world. The whole world is His, but He shares the privilege of ruling the world with one people, with them. They get to join Him at the top of the world, so to speak, and serve Him as His beloved people. And that is what it means to be holy. You know, this word holy, it's very holy, you know, right? Holiness is it's a very important concept to get, right? If you want to understand God and what He's doing for His people, they must be holy because He is holy. When people hear the word holiness, they're thinking of that person who is like very, you know, good, morally upright, very devoted in their religion. So this person is holy because this person like goes to church, reads the Bible, does all that kind of stuff. And maybe you think I am holy or more holy than you because I talk about God and stuff like that, or I'm a pastor of a church or whatever. But actually, when you read the Bible, more often than not, when God confronts people, do you know who He confronts? He confronts religious people because they're full of themselves. They think they're holy when in fact they're not. Because holiness is not about a set rule of behaviors. Holiness is about being set apart in a special way for God. Like how a bride on her wedding day, with her white gown, with her vows and her love for her husband, she is set apart from all the other women. She is set apart for Him. She is His wife. Now, she is holy to her husband. Now, that's what holiness is about. So when God chose the Israelites, He's saying they are holy to Him. They belong to Him. The rest of the world, however, is unholy. They're not holy to Him. Amazing that God would give these people the chance to be His special bride, His special people. Because the reality is, even the Israelites are technically not acceptable to God. No one is acceptable to God. When you read more of the Bible, you would find out that God actually sees this world as a very dirty place. A place full of corruption. The word that this book that we're reading, the book of Leviticus, uses this word unclean. He's not talking about their hygiene or their dirtiness, but he's talking about how they are unacceptable before God. Everyone and everything in this world is unclean unless God cleanses them. And unless they are cleansed, they cannot come near to God. Everyone's unacceptable. From God's perspective, when He looks at you, when He looks at me, He looks at us as if we have some skin disease, like a really terrible skin disease. You know, I want to show you this passage. In this instruction, God told the Israelites to remove this person from their community because he has a very terrible skin disease. You see, look at it. When a man is afflicted with a leprous disease, he shall be brought to the priest. The priest will check, and if there is a white swelling in the skin that has turned the hair white, and there is raw flesh in the swelling, it is a chronic leprous disease in the skin of his body, and the priest shall pronounce him unclean. He shall not shut him up, for he is unclean. Basically, this guy has to leave the community, get out. And him leaving the community is symbolic of how God does not accept anyone who is unclean. This man, sad for him, but he has pus coming out of his flesh, his raw flesh, and the hair that grows in that area that was infected is white in color. Meaning that whatever this disease is not just on the surface, but it's much deeper in his body. Now, God's point to them is that we are not acceptable to him because when he looks at us, he sees us like someone with a terrible skin disease. We have a really, really deep problem. Now, some of you might feel that this perspective of God is a bit too much. Wow, so negative. Walao, God really thinks I got skin disease? Has he seen my face? I got SK2, huh? How my face so smooth, smoother than a Korean model's face, huh? How can he say that about me, huh? Wow, who does he think he is, man? I'm joking, of course, but you get my point. In the performance we saw just now, both Adam and KK were really talented. They had the most skills, right? Remember that? They had the passion for football, for dancing, but they were not chosen by their idol. And then what happened after that? They got really upset. They didn't want to dance anymore. They didn't want to play football anymore. What was it really about when they played football and when they danced? Because after they got rejected, they got really angry. Now, you might feel that way about God. Wow, God, I got tried, right? I tried to be good. You still don't want to accept me? Wow, you say I'm so dirty. I'm too dirty for you. I'm like a man with a leprous disease. Okay, fine. You don't accept me, I also don't accept you. I had one friend before in university who told me, he said, Jerome, why should I believe in God if God doesn't believe in me? It's like, sorry, who are you? You're very special. But what if God is noticing something about you that is bad for you, and he is frank enough, honest enough to tell you that you have a problem that you must come to terms with? Perhaps you can't see your own problem, but God can. Because the problem that we have is much deeper than we realize. Both Adam and KK in the performance just now, they seemed to be completely fine. But when they were rejected, they got angry. And in the end, they were full of bitterness, full of hate. So it all comes out, you see. Their love for the person they looked up to wasn't pure. It was tainted with some hidden agenda or their self-worth. They need to be accepted for who they are, for their efforts. And then when they didn't get chosen, wow. You see, for those two characters, it was about them. It wasn't about their idol. And so, like God, to be accepted by God, your soul must be pure. You must love him for who he is, not love the idea of you loving God. Many people think that the problem is outside. That's why they like religion. Go wash, paisan, do all sorts of things. When in fact, the problem is much deeper. On the outside, everyone seems okay. Everyone seems okay on the outside. But God looks at the heart. He judges us from the inside. And so God says to be accepted by him, you need to wash your soul. I mean, how do you do that? I can take off my shirt, wash in the washing machine, think I'm all right, then I take out my soul, washing machine, and then put back. How do you wash your soul, guys? How do you wash your soul? So when God chose the Israelites, he wanted them to realize these things about themselves, and that's how merciful God is towards his special people, that he would teach them the truth about themselves. And so they learn the truth about him. He teaches them that they need to be cleansed. Now, how does God teach them? They need to be cleansed from the inside. Now, that passage that you have in front of you is a very incredible passage. God tells them that they need to offer an animal sacrifice. Now, what? Animal sacrifice? Some of you can't even think of the thought of killing an animal, right? Because the last time you killed anything was never. Maybe some of you kill fish, you go fishing, you kill fish before, right? You smash. Chicken, anybody killed chicken before? No, right? Yes, no? Some of you? One person from Sabah, yes? He's my friend, I know him, okay? And then goat, anyone kill goat? I haven't killed a goat. What about a cow? Anyone kill a cow, a bull before? No, right? So, wow. God says to be accepted or to come to him, you need to offer an animal sacrifice. Hello, God, we are modern people. The only thing we know is Jaya Grocer. You know, my son probably thinks that meat comes from the shelf, not from an animal. And here you're asking to offer animal flesh on an altar of sacrifice to be accepted by you. Just now in the performance, they just have to show can dance. You know, everyone enjoyed Ryan dancing, right? And then the football skills. For God, blood sacrifice? Chapter 1, verse 1 and 2. God called Moses, their leader, and he spoke to him in front of the tent of meeting, saying, "Speak to the people of Israel and say to them, when any one of you brings an offering to the Lord, you shall bring your offering of livestock from the herd or from the flock." So there was this thing called the tent of meeting. It's a temple-like structure that represents God's presence. Okay, so it's quite remarkable because out of the whole world that God considers unclean and corrupted, he then tells them there's one space now on planet Earth called this tent of meeting where I am there. You come meet me, you must bring an offering, okay, from the herd or from the livestock. Now the offerings that God required were unblemished animals that they must slaughter before him. Now why? Why does God give them such a criteria? It's quite gruesome. He didn't ask them to pray more. He didn't ask them to do more charity. God didn't ask them to go to the temple more often. He told them to kill something. Why? Now it shows us that when God meets humanity, it is a very profound experience, almost mysterious. Because this is the holy God meeting an unholy people, an unclean people. So how do we actually approach him? Now when you read the rest of the passage, you see that the process involves the worshipper of God very deeply. Look at what it says in verse 3. If his offering is a burnt offering from the herd, he shall offer a male without blemish. Okay, so for example, a male bull that is perfect. Now I don't know a lot about raising cattle. Any of you grew up on the farm? I know in my church we have some people who grew up on the farm. It's very helpful when they share information and stuff like that. No? Yes? No? No? Farm? The only farm I play is Minecraft. Okay, fine. I'm talking about a real farm, okay? But, you know, raising cattle, I mean, it takes 2 to 3 years, and the process is very costly, it's very time-consuming. And this made an unblemished bull a very, very valuable offering. It symbolizes the sacrifice of time, effort, and resource. So he's not just thinking, one moment, I just bring the animal, I kill the animal. He's been preparing this animal for years. So he's been thinking about this. I've been thinking about God, and I've been wanting to meet him, and I'm trying to get myself ready to meet God. You understand? That's what this is about. So the perfection of the bull represents the kind of offering that God accepts, that God desires. And just as the worshipper must carefully attend to the bull, so he must carefully attend to his life, that he will be someone who is truly holy, someone who truly loves God, not just be religious, but someone who thinks about God, who wants to know God. And he will live in a very different way. And I think you all can understand this to some degree. For example, if you're married, you say to your wife, "Dear, I love you." Okay? You. Not her. Not her. You. And you know, everyone knows that if you have a girlfriend, wow, that's like totally wrong, man. You're a married guy. You're supposed to love her, not them. You understand? Your whole life is changed after you're married. You're just devoted to one person. And so similarly, when you meet God, it is a life-changing experience. Because you've never met someone so beautiful, so glorious. Your whole life is now caught up with him, and so you think about him. You want to honor him. And God shares with his followers all the good that he has planned for them. God becomes your God, even now. And then you become his. You become someone special in his eyes. You see, this animal represents the worshipper who makes the offering to God. In verse 4, the man would lay his hand on the head of the animal, and it shall be accepted for him to make atonement, as in to reconcile him with God. When the man places his hand on the animal's head, he is saying, "God, this animal is me. Okay, so I'm offering myself to you." Now, after that, then the most gruesome part of the ritual takes place. He kills the animal. Okay, so he just identified with the animal. This animal is me. Then he kills it. What was he doing? Committing suicide? What was going on? Okay? He kills the bull before God, and the priest would bring the blood and throw the blood against the side of the altar at the entrance of the tent of meeting. Now, what is the point here? Why does he kill the animal? As the worshipper of God slits the throat of the animal and watches the blood drain out from it. You know, a cow, a bull, has a lot of blood, you know. And after you kill the animal, you know how the animal still moves? Have you seen that before? Yeah. Even if you decapitate it, you all talk about headless chicken, right? You chop the chicken head off. That's why when you kill chicken, you don't chop it off, because after that, the chicken will start running around, then you're like, you know, this is crazy. So as he slits the throat of the animal, it's probably booming and it's making sounds and it's dying, right? You're watching it. You're watching it. God told him that he must do it himself. You can ask, please do for me. You know, I'm very scared of blood. You know, I'm not a doctor. I cannot manage this guy. No, you got to do it. Okay? Be a man. Come on, do the right thing. Come on, take this knife and kill the bull. Okay? Then he does it. And he's learning something really profound as that is happening. As he watches that life slipping out of the animal, he should be thinking, I should have been that animal. That should have been me. But now I have a substitute. If I come to God without this substitute, I would die. But now this animal is dying in my place. You see, God teaches the worshipper that he will not accept anyone unless something dies. God will not accept anyone without the spilling of blood. Now why? Because our lives deeply offend God. And he will not just turn a blind eye. He will not just wipe sins and put it away. You know, you don't want a God like that anyway, right? Do you want a God who just like, yeah, you can do how much evil you want, I just forget about it. I have amnesia, God amnesia. Just be nice. And once in a while, pray and give donation, I accept you can one, no problems. Do you like that kind of God? Or would you want a God who is serious about evil, serious about your sin? Of course, you get scared, because then you know that he is serious about you also. But what kind of God do you want? A flippy God, or a flippant God, or someone who is really serious about what's right, what's good, what's glorious? So the death of that animal tells us how unacceptable we are. You know, how can God accept us, right? With the power to rule the world with him. And then when God loves you and he wants you to be with him, do you know what he'll give you? He'll give you eternal life, you know. You'll live forever. That's why in the performance just now, Gina and Godfrey cannot simply accept all of them. Imagine if the performance was a different storyline where Adam and KK were the ones that were chosen. Instead of seeing that sweet exchange between Andrew and Kaylee, it's a bit like, wow, some romance going on there, right? Like, but it's a love shed between the two of them for someone that is high and above. Right? It's so beautiful, that last scene. But imagine if it was Adam and KK. Yeah lah, I'm so good at football, right? Like you also, you're so good at dancing, right? Yeah lah, that's why both of us are chosen lor. What's next? When you drink next beer? Okay, no problems, man. Yeah lah, you're so amazing, man. Yeah, I'm so amazing, you know. Right? The story would have a completely different ending. So God teaches them, you need to be cleansed from your corruption. And only blood can cleanse you. Only blood. You see, although God chose the Israelites and he desires them to be special people, it doesn't mean that he'll just ignore their sins. When God tells them to offer a bull, what is he really asking for? Do you think God needs a bull? Why does God want more cows? Heaven full of cows. New Zealand. Is heaven New Zealand? You know, I want sheep, I want cows, you know, bah, bah, moo, moo. They go to heaven, it's like, wow, I didn't know the whole point of our existence was a farm. No, the whole earth is his. Why does he want more bulls? It's like that scene when Andrew was telling Adam, it's not about football. Although we are meeting someone who plays football, it's not about football. It's not about religion. It's not about good works. What's it about then? It's about him. It's about him. This is worship. The death of the bull shows the worshipper that to be accepted by God, God demands something from him that he can't give to save his own life. There needs to be a sacrifice to keep cleansing him of his sins to be accepted by God. I mean, how many animals does he need to kill to be accepted? Think about it. How many times must he kill? Each time I come to God, I must kill animal. You know, the answer for the Israelites at that point in time is as many times as they are sinful and unacceptable. Until you are acceptable, I mean, how else? Every time when an Israelite offers an animal sacrifice to God, God wants them to remember their unworthy state before Him. And how, if they are to be accepted by Him, they are dependent on Him for true acceptance. If God did not choose to forgive them, if God did not make a way for them to be forgiven, there's no chance, there's no hope. But the animal sacrifices remind them that God actually has a plan to draw them into an ever-deepening relationship with Him. You see, what you're reading in front of you is what happened 3,000 years ago. And God has been teaching His people for thousands of years. And as you read along, you start to see the grandeur, how more wonderful and majestic God's work has been to draw people nearer and nearer to Him. Every time when they offer a sacrifice up to God, they are reminded of the point, the goal. You know, in verse 6 to 9, they will cut the animal up, and then the priest will offer the animal on the altar. Look at that last line in verse 9. And the priest shall burn all of it on the altar as a burnt offering, a food offering with a pleasing aroma to the Lord. Now, what is the goal? What is the point of all of this? It is so that they will be a fragrant offering to God. Just like how the smoke of that offering rises up to the heavens and pleases God. What does God want? God wants to, when He smells them, He wants to be pleased. He wants to be satisfied. Not, oh my goodness. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to smell your life, so to speak, and be pleased with you. Not to be disgusted by us. That's God's goal for those whom He has chosen. So there is this hope for transformation when God says, you are mine, I will make you holy, and you will be acceptable before me, and you will be with me forever and ever and ever. Now, I don't know about you, but I am deeply moved by this ritual offering. For God to accept someone like me, you know, I was just telling I can't remember yesterday's Get It group or this morning, I started thinking about these things at the age of 12, thinking about God. I mean, I hear about God quite a bit, but at the age of 12, I was really, really convicted of how if God were to come today, I was going to die, or He's going to punish me. Because I stole money, I stole all sorts of things. Okay? I was steal Pokemon cards, I was steal money, I was steal... my mother doesn't know this, and I think she's here, but Mom, if you're listening to this, I'm admitting my sins publicly now. And I would cheat people, I'll lie to my friends, I'll do all sorts of terrible things. And some of you, you know, you've probably done worse things than I have, and I'm telling you that all hope is not lost for you. It's not. It's not, because you and I are not that different in the sense that we are both unacceptable before God. I'm not telling you that you must be more religious. I'm telling you to find mercy from God. You see, God didn't choose perfect people to be with Him. He chose unclean people, people who are unacceptable to Him. And the hope is He will cleanse them. He will make them holy. And if God cleanses them and makes them holy, wouldn't they want to devote their whole life to Him? You know, if to go back to Warren Buffett, if he gave you a chance to be his apprentice, wouldn't you be so grateful, even if it's like 6 months of your life? Sometimes I watch those reality TV shows on Netflix, you know. You know how they say like, what's it called? The Apprentice, okay? Or what's the MMA one? Or One Championship. Have you watched that on Netflix? Anyway, every time when somebody gets eliminated, you know what they often say? I'm so grateful for my time here. I made some friends. It was a wonderful experience, right? Even though I lost, I was the first person that left, I still really appreciated my time here. You know, if you can imagine that, like if you just met Warren Buffett for a moment, he accepted you, he honored you, you'll be really appreciative for that, right? Now, if you can understand that, imagine what it's like to be accepted by God, to be honored by God. Because when God accepts someone, He doesn't just accept them for a while, you know. He chooses them and He keeps them forever. Now, don't you want to be accepted by God? Now, the arrogant man believes that he's fine. I don't need God's acceptance, okay? So what if God doesn't accept me? I don't care. Do you care? I don't care. Well, if that's you, I feel sorry for you, and there's very little that I can do to convince you otherwise. I can only encourage you to look beyond yourself, whatever prejudice or whatever skepticism you have against God. I hope you could just put your hatred aside for a while and just start to see a different perspective of things, okay? But if you care about God, so some of you know that you're guilty in the sense that you haven't really thought much about God. You know that He's there. And now as you're listening to this, you're starting to care whether or not God will accept you. Why don't you go to God and ask Him to accept you? Now some of you might be thinking, but how do I know if He chooses me? How do I know if He will accept me? On one level, you don't. You don't. Some of you date this way, right? You only ask the girl out after her best friend tells you that she likes you. Then you're like, can one. Hi, Janice, I like you also. Yes, okay, yeah. Thank you, best friend, okay? But God, scary, is like, wow, should I ask? Can I go to Him? More best friend to tell me, how? On one level, you don't know. You can't force Him. You can't manipulate God to like you, to accept you. But you can trust Him. You can trust Him. You can trust that He is a good God and that He shows mercy to those who humbly come to Him. And I want us to look at this parable by Jesus, the Son of God. Look at what He says. This is from the book of Luke, chapter 18, verse 9 to 14. Jesus told this parable to some who trusted in themselves. Okay, so the first group of people, they trust in themselves, that they were righteous, and they treated other people with contempt. So He told them this story. 2 men went up to the temple. Okay, remember the temple is the place where they meet God. They went to the temple to pray. One, a Pharisee, a very religious man, and the other, a tax collector. He's like a scammer, okay? The Pharisee, standing by himself, prayed thus: God, I thank you that I am not like other men, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week. I give tithes of all that I get. Wow. Look at the confidence of the man. He really trusts in his good works. He thinks that God will accept him because he's done well. He's confident that God will accept him because he's done enough to be approved by God. But that is very presumptuous, don't you think so? Very presumptuous. How many of you, sometimes you don't even know what your mother wants from you? Right? What does mommy want from you? But sometimes mommy is quite clear. A boy, you must get straight A's your whole life, okay? If not, you're not my son anymore. Mommy, too bad. Okay? And then also, piano must be diploma level. Huh? Then you must swim also. Huh? And you must run track. But I don't like running. Did I ask you for your opinion? Okay? So it's like, wow. Okay? Anyone here can confidently say, I have been a perfect son. I've been a perfect daughter. That's why my parents love me so much. I'm truly accepted by them. No lah. Your parents, they kind of live with the reality, you know what I'm saying? It came with the package, you know. You are what you are, man. You see, even our parents didn't ask us to be perfect, right? Okay, some of you, your parents do, okay? But some of us, no, most of our parents don't ask us to be perfect, they only I love you. So it's really crazy when people think that they have God figured out. I'm sure God will accept me if I'm like this, like this, like this, like this. You don't even know what your mother wants from you sometimes, and you think you know what God wants from you? Wow, you're very, very presumptuous, huh? But look at the other person, the tax collector. He's a thief, you know. He steals people's money, collect tax for government, collect some more for himself. Walao, this kind of guy. But when he was confronted by God, or the reality of God, he recognizes one thing about himself. He realizes how guilty he is, how unworthy he is. He knows he's a thief. He knows he's a cheat. You see what it says in verse 13? He doesn't even come near to the temple to pray. He's standing far away, far, far away. He can't even look up to heaven to pray. He looked down. And then he beats his breast. And he condemns himself. His prayer is such a simple prayer, but it's so deep and meaningful because he's just really asking God to be God. God, just be you. Be merciful to me. So profound, right? He recognizes that God sees him for what he is. He doesn't try to hide it like the other guy. The guy says, God, I did this, I did this, I did this. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? And what about all the other things that you're not saying? You're not showing. This tax collector, he merely goes up to God. He says, I can see what you see about me. And I know you see someone unacceptable. Be merciful to me, a sinner. You see, he gets it. He can see himself from God's perspective. It's not a matter of meeting certain qualifications, it's about knowing God and God's ways and an honest realization of who you are, such that your only hope is to depend on Him to draw you into His presence. He doesn't try to hide his condition. He goes to God hoping for acceptance whilst knowing that He is unacceptable. You understand? He goes to God hoping for acceptance whilst knowing that He is unacceptable. But he's not asking God to compromise also. God, please, close one eye, like the police officer, you know. Just don't look lah. He's not asking God to do that. He knows that God should punish him, so he says, be merciful to me. But you see, he still goes. He asks. So he's not like saying, I made you to love me. He knows he can't make God do anything. He's dependent upon God. And then Jesus says, it is this second man that goes home justified before God. God declares this guy acceptable rather than the other guy who had a more impressive resume. You see, acceptance by God is not something we do, but something that God makes possible. And so the sinner gives himself entirely to God. He doesn't say, God, I give you some, then I take back. I give you some, I take back. No, it's just like the offering. I offer up the whole offering to you. And I know you can make me holy. The sinner understands that he needs to stop trying because there's nothing that he can do. Stop trying. How can someone who is so corrupted in God's eyes become suddenly holy? That's the question. And so instead of trying to be accepted, he stops trying and he listens. He listens to God. Sorry, you've been running around doing all sorts of things now. Just shut up, man. Just shut up. It's like, God, you tell me now. You teach me. You see, he starts listening to God. And he starts learning God's ways. He starts seeing things from God's perspective. You know, in the drama, the friends wanted to know from Andrew and Kaylee what it was like to meet their idol. Remember that scene? Hey, tell me lah, bro, what's like? What's like? What's Brian Khan's name in the skit? I can't remember. Brian Khan, you are such a cute guy, man. What? Steve is like, oh, he knows me? You know, he's like, I can't do it, man. Okay? Because like they know the way, Andrew and Kaylee, they know the way in, so they know what it's like to meet the very person all of them are trying to meet, and so everyone wants to find out. Now, if there was someone who knows God so well, someone whom God accepts, someone from God who can bring you to God, wouldn't you want to meet that person? Listen to that person. Join him. Follow him so that you could go with him to God. Now, the good news is there is such a person. God tells us that the one person that every true fan of his should seek out is the ultimate fan. It is the Son of God himself, Jesus Christ. In Ephesians chapter 5, verse 2, Jesus, God's people are told, walk in love like Jesus, because Jesus loved us and gave himself up for us, a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. God can tell his people, you can live a whole new life now. It's captured by that word, love. You don't have to live with that hatred that you feel, that bitterness, that anger that you feel your whole life. You can live a life of love, a love for God, a love for others. Why? Because you've seen God. How? In the way Christ loved you, gave himself up for you as a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. This is what he says to God's people. Okay? So just as God taught the Israelites what it means to have a relationship with him through the animal sacrifice, God tells everyone now to look to Jesus. And by looking to Jesus, you can grasp what it means to know God and to live with God. When you study the life of Jesus, you will find him to be quite remarkable. He lived his whole life in love for God. When you watched that drama just now, I don't know how many of you felt this way, but I was wondering, I was thinking whether you might feel this way, where you saw how they were so excited to meet their idol, especially in the first two scenes. How many of you feel like, nah, I'm not that type of person? I'm not someone who's like, I'm not that. I am more like, straight-faced kind of guy, I won't be like, yeah, bro, yeah, woohoo, I'm so excited. You're not that kind of person. Do you feel that way? It's like, what are you saying? I'm too cool, like, I'm not going to act in that way. Okay, maybe you menjijikkan sikit lah, when you look at them. But I don't know, when I look at them and I see people passionate about something, people who really love someone or something a lot, there's something admirable about them, don't you think so? Between someone who really knows who to love, what to love, versus someone who's like, yo bro, what's up, man? Just like cold and cool, like no passion, no feeling, Yeah, all's fine, man. It's like, well, you're very cool, okay? But I think there's something beautiful about someone who is like a real fan, someone who can really see things from the perspective of someone they love. You see, some of us, our problem is that we're so passionless. We don't see the wonder and the beauty of something. So maybe for some of you, the reason why you find it hard to see the wonder and joy of being with God is because you don't see the wonder and joy of anything. Not only are you corrupted in your soul, but your soul may also be quite dead. Now, I just want to encourage you that there is hope for you if you feel this way. Okay? Look to the one whom God accepts. You don't have to find a Warren Buffett. You don't have to find an Elon Musk to love. Just go to God. Let him open your heart to feel love for the first time. Maybe you've been so caught up with hate and anger and bitterness that you just don't know what it means to love something, love someone. Consider Jesus and how he loved God so much that he was willing to suffer death and punishment for those who are unacceptable before God. Do you understand? He loved God so much that he was willing to be that sacrifice for those of us who are unacceptable by God. Verse 2 says, Christ gave himself up for us as a fragrant offering and sacrifice to God. When you think about a bull dying, it's already so terrible, like it's like so gruesome, so drastic. But imagine the Son of God dying. Imagine like Andrew dying or Kaylee dying. Someone as beautiful as them who knows how to love. Imagine the Son of God who truly loved God more than you can ever imagine. Him dying for you so that you can love God like him. That is why there's no need anymore for us to offer more animal sacrifices, because you don't have to look to animal sacrifices. You have to see the whole point, which is to look to the Son of God and how he offered his life to God. Only his blood can cleanse you and make you acceptable before God. And so Jesus wants his people to know God and to love God like he does, and that's why he gave his life for them. So friends, if you care to be accepted by God, to have life with God, would you trust in Jesus? Would you follow him? because His blood is the only thing that can make you acceptable to God. Now, I hope that you would take the rest of the evening as the opportunity to reflect on some of the things that I've shared, perhaps discuss it with your friend. If you have any questions, you can ask one another, you can even ask me. And I hope that you can join us in the upcoming Geddits, or even on Sundays if you want. Here we will convert this back to a normal church Sunday gathering, and here you can hear God's word preached every weekend. So I just want to extend that invitation to you. If you want to start caring, will God accept me? We care about that very much, and we hope that you too would find God. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jerome. Man, it's amazing how this little passage that God gave us clarifies the kind of person that God desires, that God wants a true fan, the kind of person who loves Him, who walks His ways, who smells great to Him, like Jesus. You know, guys, there are not a lot of times where meeting someone becomes a defining moment in life. There are many friends that we know and they come and go. But I hope that this evening, as you've just met God in His Word, this becomes a life-changing moment for you. Getting Him is really better than getting anyone else that you admire on this planet. Because suddenly you will feel like, and you know, possibly, for once in your life, there's a lot of clarity to what life is about. Man, I feel excited for the next Get It already. Is anyone excited for the next Get It? Yeah. You don't have to wait, guys. It's coming in 1 month plus time. You can sign up straight away downstairs, or you can log into geddit.my to just sign up. This is your second of 3 chances to get God and get life in this series. And if you've been enjoying Get It so far, please do share your Get It experience with your friends. Tag us on social media, IG, Facebook for the older generation, and follow us to stay up to date. Our handle is always geddit.my. Now, last 3 things to remember. Number 1, for more Get It experiences, turn to the friend beside you and say, "Don't get it alone. Get together to get it together." Because get-togethers are going to happen throughout Klang Valley. Again, you can log into the website geddit.my and search for the nearest Get It get-together for you. Second thing, if you're curious about Christianity and you want to take a sneak peek at Christianity, just curious, sneak peek, go for look, see. Self-explanatory. Curious? Want to take a sneak peek? Look, see, okay? And finally, for the true fans of God, we meet every Sunday here in 2 slots, 9:10 a.m. and 4:45 p.m. So if you're interested in joining us every Sunday, do speak to the friend beside you. We have officially come to the end of Get It, but please don't just leave yet. We still have desserts for you, so stay back just for a bit and enjoy pulut hitam with a side of coconut cream. So as you enjoy dessert together, share your thoughts with each other. What do you think about earning the right to see God, and are you ready to enter into God's presence? Thank you and have a good night.
perfect way. Perfect wisdom of her kind, revealed in all the universe, all things created by yourself, and how together is perfect way. Perfect will, your perfect way.